Welcome back to Astroneer. So today we're going to try and hit the planet core. I got my tethers, I got my beacons. Everything is ready. Got my work light. Oh, and I got a new skin. This was hard earned through a fair bit of work in one of the goals that the game has set forth for us. But it's pretty cool. It's like a blingy black weird texture. I mean, look at that thing. It's weird. Anyway, so let's get started on this. And we're just going to head right on down. Whoa, not that far. Not that fast. Yeah, I just got to make sure that I've actually not made this path a little too narrow. There we go. You know what I need first? I need a piece of quartz. I need a piece of quartz because I need to make a little piece of equipment. Now, why do I need a piece of glass? I need a piece of glass for an oxygen tank, which is going to let me survive twice as long away from the tether network. Looks like we have the next layer down here. And we are emerging from the ceiling. So I just got to make a ramp. Oh, you know what? I want to grab this plant over here. Ah. I'm grabbing some aluminum because I'm going to need that for something coming up here real quick. See now, where is... Must have come from... Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. You see how useful that oxygen tank was? Alright, so what are we going to do with these hispine seeds? Well, I'm going to go over here and just plant them in the ground. And the way you do that is you just put them on the ground, like so. And then you hold down F to plant them. And now they grow. Now, these are different because what they will do is they'll grow into plants that I'm pretty sure won't attack you. So that's kind of one of the benefits of planting those versus just finding them in the wild. Is I think you can still use the seeds that you harvest from them to feed Sylvie here, because Sylvie likes hispine seeds. So we're just gonna grow those because Sylvie produces light that's even better than this work light here. In the meantime, I'm just gonna get that aluminum smelted to add to my little aluminum collection here, and then later on we're gonna make something really, really cool from it. Okay, so this layer, if I remember right, this layer is not very different from the previous one, although you may find more occurrences of valuable goodies, like this loot over here. Like here's a packager, and that's debris, but what we can... One of these may actually be a working generator, I don't know. You can usually tell because it has a ghost of a piece of carbon connected to it, which I'm not seeing. So I guess this is mostly just debris, so I can't really make use of that. Although I think this table is a complete... No, that's debris too. Never mind. So here we are in another layer. And you can see that this one, once again, we've come out in the ceiling. And we're just going to keep digging down, keep building that ramp. Now, you might notice that I can run here up the hill, whereas as it gets steeper, the further I go, the harder it is to run, and all of a sudden I can only walk. And it's because it is getting gradually steeper as I go up, even though it's a perfectly straight line, which is a really curious thing if you think about it, because the planet is spherical and you're going straight in at an angle. So as you continue to go deeper and deeper and deeper, eventually you level out relative to the planet's core. And then if you just keep going straight, you'll actually go uphill again and pop out the other side, having missed the core entirely. But what we're going to do instead is we're actually going to re-angle the ramp to go a little bit steeper than this. That's important, otherwise you're never going to get to the core. Let's just take a little look around here and see what we've got. We got some zinc, we got some plants, we got some resin in the distance there and some aluminum up there. I don't see much for debris. There's a little bit of quartz. Yeah, ordinarily, from what I've experienced in the past, these deeper layers have more occurrences of valuables, especially loot that you find in salvage debris and stuff like that. So let's carry on and go a little deeper. So the rock here has changed color, as it sometimes does when you go into different layers. I'm just going to keep building my tethered network down so that I have oxygen. Come on. There we go. And this is probably a good time to go a little steeper, because I think we're starting to shallow out. So the way you go steeper is you just take your tool and you just put a little divot in the ground like this, just like that, and then you pick a polygon like this one, then you flatten tool, you hold down control, pick your flatten tool, and now you can see that we're actually angling down at a different angle, and this is a steeper angle that will get us down quicker. Now sometimes you run into obstacles that can't be dug into, like big rock. I think that disappeared because I moved it. And that's what you got to do, is you got to move them a little bit. Just get them to nudge and they'll go away. And here's yet another layer. And this layer's got some kind of strange, crazy thing right here, which is actually a big mushroom. So we're about to get into a new biome. The terrain's a little bit more uneven here, so you can see that that can make it a little harder to get around. It's oddly barren, though. Oddly barren. Yeah, I don't want to get too far, because this is a terrible place to lose your way. But yeah, we got this giant mushroom here, as you can see, and normally the mushrooms appear kind of in what they call the mantle layer of Silva, and it's really big and cavernous, which this isn't. You'll see when we get there, but I'm just very curious what we're actually encountering. We might be encountering just the topmost part of the mantle. Let's find out. We'll keep going down. There it is, region mantle. It can be difficult when you're digging to tell how what your angle of digging is, but you can see that from your character always stands straight up, so relative to gravity. So you can see that I am actually digging at quite a steep angle here. Now, also notice that this rock has these colored veins in it, and that's a clue to me that it's a tougher rock to dig through. So you can see that the little 5 dots that are in the center of my reticle here are indicating a soft rock, whereas down here, you notice that when I transition to here, it's a harder rock. Not impossible to dig through, but just slower. It's a little bit cramped in here. This is why the camera won't go far from me. For some reason the sound is glitched out. That's never happened to me before. But it's not playing the digging sound. Even though I'm digging. Well, there it goes. I better get back up because I'm out of oxygen. You can see why I brought all these tethers. It's a good idea to stretch the tethers as far as you can get them to stretch, because then you're using fewer tethers to actually make your network. This is an example of one of those things you can't dig through, so you just gotta dig around it. I heard a plant go off, so I'm a little cautious here. A little cautious. There might be something shooting at me. So this is a piece of mushroom right here, and you can't dig through these. So again, unless you're able to move the whole mushroom, you're never going to be able to get rid of that obstacle. But in this particular case, it's not really terrible. The best thing to do is to just make sure there's enough headroom. And then to keep carrying on. Now, it might actually be a good idea to get the a drill modifier. So you can get a drill mod for your train tool that you put here, and it lets you dig through this harder rock faster. So this is the mantle. This is the mushroom area I was talking about. It's pretty crazy. It's big. Oh, there it is. Found you. So somewhere in that direction is a hisbine. There it is. I see you. Then you just move it, destroy it, and then it stops shooting at you. What I'm probably going to do from here is just angle down a bit more so that I can miss that mushroom. Now, this is a different kind of problem where I just ran out of soil in my soil canister, so I'm going to have to grab more soil in order to continue building my ramp. I may have just made a really bad mistake. I wasn't watching my oxygen. I might actually die. Oh, 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 phew. That was very close. Alright, so one thing you might notice at the floor of the mantle layer is that there's actually quite a lot of copper, at least in this spot. And copper is much more abundant here. And there's also these really weird things called mysterious mushrooms. And it says, can be deconstructed with explosives or recycled into scrap. You gotta love how you use the word deconstruct in the context of explosives. Now, we're out of tethers, but I can make more. Now, something that is also worth noting, like right here, if I drop a tether like this, oh, you can't really tell, but they do fall slower. So gravity is much lighter in this part of the world because we're closer to the core, right? And the deeper you go, the less gravity there is because you have the whole planet pulling on you from all directions. So that's, you know, you can jump. Yeah, like look at what happens when I jump. That doesn't happen on the surface. I don't really like that clicking on the backpack makes the backpack come up. I'd rather just press, you know, the key for it, like that. Because sometimes you want to click on the ground and you end up clicking your backpack instead. Well, that took a really long time, but we finally broke through to the next layer down. Let's put some tethers down. Gotta make some more tethers. Yeah, that's a long way down. We'll just carry on. Can probably go steeper at this point. I think I'll go steeper. There we go. Yeah, this rock is a lot harder to dig through. It's just slower. And all of a sudden, I've run into a new kind of rock, which is the light green color. And this light green color, I can't dig into it at all. Not without a drill mod. So I gotta go back up now and get a drill mod. Man, now that was a long walk back. Really long walk back. Holy cow. Yeah, so we actually made it pretty close to the core, actually. Pretty close, but I need the drill mod to go further. And I think, did I make one? I don't even remember. Yeah, there it is. There's the drill mod. Drill mod 1. So... Yeah, I'm just gonna cook the rest of this laterite and some sphalerite. Might as well make this organic into carbon as well. Oh, what's... Now let's check up on our hispine plants. Let's check up on them. Because they might have grown up in the time that I've been gone. Where did I plant them anyway? Here they are. Here we go. So it says mutant hispine seed, planted seed, germinating a new plant. So it's not done yet. But you can see that they've gotten bigger. They're about as big as I am from the seed. And they're not attacking me, which is nice. Of course, they might attack me when they're fully grown. I don't remember. What else do we want to do? You know, this is probably actually a good place to end the episode. I'm not going to get to the core today, but we'll definitely get to the core tomorrow. And I will show you what that looks like. I don't need these beacons, actually. I don't need them when we're down there. Well, I might need one. I got quartz if I want to make more beacons. But, yeah, that's it for today. So thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.